Our environment is a huge issue. Is it enough to sway voters in this election? There is a campaign called Vote the Ocean that's not just asking you to think about our oceans in November, but to think about it for your entire life. Vipe Desai, the founder of Vote the Ocean, is here, a friend of our show. Hi, Vipe. How are you?
Oh, hi, Lisa. Great to be here with you again.
Good to see you again. Okay, so Vote the Ocean, like I just said, is not just about November. It's about a lifelong commitment. Why did you start this organization?
Yeah, I've been involved in ocean conservation for more than 30 years, and I found a niche that we could address, and that was about inspiring people on the different ways that they could take action to protect our ocean. I think there's a lot of doom and gloom messaging out there when it comes to the environment, and for me, I just felt that collaboration and inspiration were a better path for us to take. So that's what we're doing. We're inspiring people to take action on their own as opposed to telling them what to do. We want to inspire them to take their own personal action however they see fit.
You know, Vipe, I think a lot of people right now, we're in a global pandemic. There are people who don't have jobs. There are, it seems the issues of the world have been ratcheted up. And perhaps conservation and long-term, health of the ocean have fallen down in the list of things to worry about. How do you convince people right now, especially, that they need to move that ocean issue up a little higher?
Yeah, look, Lisa, you're spot on. There are no shortage of issues for our minds to get wrapped up into. But I think one thing that's happened is that these stay-at-home orders have really allowed us to kind of look for opportunities to take our mind off the pandemic. I'm seeing more people asking, what can they do? They're tired of the doom and gloom messaging around the pandemic. Yeah, people are suffering. That's always going to be happening, but they're also looking for ways that they can take their mind off of it. So I'm seeing more people asking, what can I do? How can I get involved? And I think the other thing too that we're seeing is the pandemic has also caused a lot more waste to be introduced into our system with the PPEs that are going around out there. So that we're finding a lot of stuff ending up on the beach. Trash is being overwhelmed as well. So I think people are realizing that, hey, we can't, just focus on one thing. We really have to compound these things and put them all together, that there's waste that's being generated, but we also have to protect our environment when we do come out of this pandemic.
So if somebody's watching right now and they think, I don't have a job, I'm on unemployment, nobody in my family, thank God, has COVID, but I do know people that have COVID. What do you want them to be doing right now in terms of Vote the Ocean? What can they do? What should people be taking on with other bigger issues right now in their lives?
Yeah, look, I think a lot of people are frustrated, Lisa, and they're marching, they're protesting and everything, and they're voicing their concerns online and everything, and that's great. How do we harness that energy? If you go to our website right now, the big campaign we're pushing is the Environmental Voter Pledge. That's one thing that I see as being extremely important. We've connected with our friends at the Environmental Voter Pledge to collaborate with them. The idea is we need to get people to vote. Okay, and part of that process is getting them to pledge to take the vote. You can march, but if you don't march your tail to the polling booth, we are not going to see the change that we are all talking about online and marching and petitioning for. So the idea is get the pledge, take the pledge, promise that you are going to vote, and encourage other people to take the pledge as well. There's a lot of people out there that are disenfranchised. They're not ready to vote. They don't know if they should vote. They don't believe in the system, but we have to get people involved in the process, and getting them to promise that they will vote is a big step.
I know this is very basic, and I mean it to be very basic. Why should people care about the ocean?
Well, people should care about the ocean for the simple reason that it is an incredible resource that not only provides us with every other breath that we take, but it's also an economic engine. The amount of trade that is conducted with our ocean, but the abundance of food that is provided to us from the ocean, the economy, coastal economies, hotels, coffee shops, little mom and pop businesses that rely on that coastal economy is important. So that one resource has an enormous impact on the way we live and the way we thrive, and if we have a healthy future to look forward to.
And I know you have expressed that position in front of Congress on several occasions. And I know you are a business owner who is concerned about the economics involved in the ocean. And also, I understand there's a way you can talk to your kids about this as well through Vote the Ocean.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I looked at with Vote the Ocean is how do we talk to our children? I'm the father of a 9-year-old, and I see the impact that the world is having on him, his curious questions. When we go to the beach and he sees trash in the ocean, he encounters the sea lions or turtles or anything else that goes on, he is concerned. I want to make sure that he grows up with a lifelong care for protecting our ocean. And one of the things that I wanted to do is write a children's book for parents and children to have that conversation within their homes. And I think that is a way that we can raise a generation of children who will grow up wanting to protect our ocean and our environment.
All right. Well, Vipe, thank you for taking the time today to talk to us about this. Vote the Ocean. You'll find it's on all the social media platforms. It's very easy to find. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you so much for having me on, Lisa.